Hello friends, myself Professor D.B. Madigalli, working as Assistant Professor in the Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering in Neeraj Sugar Institute of Technology in SOC. So in this video I'm going to explain and discuss about one of the experiment of the analog circuits lab, that is the design of precision half wave rectifier circuit. So what happens, already know that the rectifier is used to convert the AC to DC voltage, but in normal rectifier, means the normal rectifier circuit is cannot rectify the voltage, and that voltage is below 0.7 volt, because the commonly used diode is silicon diode. For the silicon diode the cut-in voltage is 0.7. So when you use a normal rectifier circuit, it is not possible to rectify that very low level of voltage, that is 0.7, and that voltage is below 0.7 volt. With the help of normal rectifier it is not possible to rectify it. So that to avoid this type of problem, we are using the precision rectifier circuit. So with the help of precision rectifier circuit, so we can rectify the voltage, and that voltage below 0.7 volt, or below the cut-in voltage of the particular silicon diode. Okay, so in this case the first experiment is precision half wave rectifier circuit. So this is the basic circuit of half wave rectifier circuit, precision half wave rectifier circuit. In this the two diodes we are using. So one the diode D1 is at feedback path, and whatever the diode D2 is at the output side. R2 is the feedback resistor, R1 is the input resistor, Vi is the input voltage, and V0 output, and Vn and Vp that particular node voltages, and we are using IC741 for the operational amplifier. So now we'll discuss the operation of this circuit, rectifier circuit, that is based on the input voltage. So first you consider, if you send a positive half cycle of input, if you send positive half cycle of input, it means you are applying the positive signal to the negative terminal of the operational amplifier. Okay, it means this type of circuit is called as an inverting amplifier. You are applying V into negative of op amp, means it is an inverting amplifier. So when we are applying Vi is equal to positive signal to the negative of op amp, so the output of the op amp is what? The output of the op amp is negative signal, because positive is inverted to negative. Because of this inverting terminal, positive signal is converted to negative signal. So when the output of the op amp is negative signal, at that time this negative is connected to negative of T1, negative is connected to positive of T2. At this time the diode D1 becomes forward biased condition, and the diode D2 becomes reverse biased condition. When the D2 becomes reverse biased condition, at that time it is not possible to get the output voltage, because this diode becomes totally, or it acts as an open switch. This D2 circuit is act as a open switch. So at the same time, this diode D1 becomes closed switch because it is a forward biased condition. The diode D1 becomes forward biased condition due to the negative output voltage of the op-amp, and this tends to pull the op-amp inverting amplifier in the negative direction. So when the D1 becomes forward, so this forward condition pull the op-amp inverting terminal in the negative direction, and at that time the op-amp output goes to positive. The op-amp output becomes the positive voltage, positive output, so that this output settles at a voltage and keeps op-amp inverting terminal almost at the ground potential. So this negative terminal of op-amp becomes totally grounded. Okay, so because of the diode D1 becomes forward biased condition. Then finally, when the diode D1 becomes forward biased condition, and whatever the op-amp output is from going into saturation, and it maintains a good high frequency response, because the D1 diode provides a negative feedback to keep the output from the saturating. Because when the diode is closed switch and this part of circuit is act as a feedback circuit, it provides the negative feedback circuit. It provides the negative feedback, so that negative feedback helps to keep the output from the saturating, then it automatically maintains the good high frequency response. So this is during when Vi is positive half cycle. Okay, so at that time you will not get any output signal. Output is 0 volt. Similarly, if Vi is equal to negative half cycle, it means we are applying negative signal to the negative of op-amp. At that time what happens? The output of op-amp becomes positive signal. Because of this positive signal, the diode D1 becomes reverse biased condition. So there is no any path for the feedback circuit because it is a open switch, and the diode D2 becomes forward biased condition. When the D2 becomes forward biased condition, whatever the output of the op-amp, that is positive signal, so you will get V0 is equal to positive signal. Okay, so this is the operation of the precision half wave rectifier circuit. Next we'll go to the design steps. So we are using the IC741 as a op-amp, and already we know that what we used the half wave rectifier circuit, it is inverting amplifier. The voltage gain A is equal to minus R2 by R1. That means feedback resistor divided by input resistor. So we know that this equation V0 is equal to minus R2 by R1 into Vi. Okay, and consider the voltage gain A is equal to 10. So R2 by R1 is equal to 10 from this equation. When consider, or let you assume R1 is equal to 1 kilo ohm resistor, then R2 becomes 10 kilo ohm, And one more additional thing is, consider R3 is equal to 10 kilo ohm, and actually it is not there in the circuit diagram. Just connect it. It is connected to the positive terminal of the op-amp, 741 op-amp. So one end is connected to the positive of op-amp, positive terminal of op-amp. Another end of R3 is grounded. Okay. So this is the first part of the design. So another second part of the design is, we can, instead of all this design, we can consider directly R1, R2, R3 is equal to 10 kilo ohm resistor. Or we can assume R1, R2, R3 is equal to 10 kilo ohm resistor. So here the input and output waveforms. So in the operation of the rectifier circuit, I told that during positive half cycle, output is 0 because D2 is reverse. Okay. During negative half cycle, we are getting some amount of voltage because D2 is forward. Okay. And as we know that the concept of precision rectifier. So if I apply Vi is equal to 0.5 volt, and this 0.5 volt is less than the 0.7 cut-in voltage of the silicon diode. Okay, because the precision rectifier is used to rectify a very low amount of voltage, that is below 0.7. So at that time the output voltage is 0.256 volt. This is the rectified output voltage. Then conclusion. So whatever we designed the half-wave rectifier circuit, it has a low input signal, then it is a low input signal, that means Vi is equal to 0.5 volt, and this signal is rectified when the output signal is less than cut-in voltage of the diode. Whatever the concept of precision rectifier. So with the help of this half-wave rectifier, precision half-wave rectifier circuit, so we rectified the voltage, and that voltage is below the 0.7 volt of cut-in voltage of the diode. So in this video I will show the output signal of precision half-wave rectifier in a non-saturating type. So this is the circuit what we designed, and the same thing with the help of this software, in the schematic capture screen we selected according to the design. So when you run this, when you execute this circuit, so this is your input signal Vin. So during positive half cycle of Vin, we are getting totally Vout is 0, because of D2 is reverse, T1 is forward. Then during negative half cycle of Vin, the output is sine wave. It is indicates what? D1 is forward, D2 is, so D1 is reverse bias condition, D2 becomes forward bias condition. So when D2 becomes forward bias condition, whatever the output of op-amp is positive signal, So that positive signal is in this form. So this is the output of the precision half wave rectifier with non-saturating type.